Hello, once again, my dear viewer. Welcome to this video. Thank you for joining in. I told you to subscribe, to share, and to like, and to hit the notification bell so that every time we upload this video, you become the first one to know. Okay? So, whatever time you get this video, depending on where you are welcome. My name is Wanja Mburu. Now, today, I want us to revisit this thing we are calling narcissism or a narcissist. We want to understand more who a narcissist is. And this is because of public demand. This whole week, I've been doing my research. I've been speaking to ladies. I've been speaking to men. I've been speaking to forums. And people are coming out to say they did not know the kind of people they have lived with. They did not know why these people in their lives treat them the way they do. And not only people you live with, not only spouses, it can be your relative, it can be a friend, or somebody in your chama. They didn't know why these people treated them the way they do, making them feel so uncomfortable. Every time they are with them, they tear your heart, they make you feel belittled, and you go home feeling like a nobody, you go home feeling worthless, you continue suffering in a group, you continue suffering in church, you continue suffering in wherever you are, but they have never discovered this thing we are calling narcissism. And that is why I think we need to now talk slowly. I want us to take this discussion very slowly. I want to explain it in a layman's language. I want us even to revisit the Bible and see whether this thing is demonic and what the Bible may say about it, so that you understand clearly. You know, the first video we touched on narcissism. Then I did another video to talk about abuse. And during abuse, because narcissists are abusers, we touched a bit on what narcissism is. Today, I want us to explore this person we are calling a narcissist. I want us to understand who a narcissist is, so that at least you know why is it that they treat you this way. Because I have seen even videos, I have seen interviews, people with the Goge attending interviews for Goge. And this lady, you feel like slapping her. You ask her, why were you going back? Why did you keep going back to that marriage? Somebody wants to kill you. Somebody you have lived all your life in misery, but somebody sweet talks you and you come back. And I'm like, and you still went back. You see, these are the things I'm talking about, because you didn't know this person is feeding on your misery. The narcissist feeds on your misery. They are happy when you are crying. They are happy when you are dying. They crush you from the inside. They're like sadists. So, shall we? Now, let us understand what a narcissist is, or a narcissistic personality disorder in a person. A narcissist is a person who has an excessive interest or admiration of themselves. Narcissists who think the world revolves around them. Think about this person. You attend a chama together. They are the ones who must be heard. Anything you say, they belittle it. They thrash you down. They make you feel bad. It is them. It is like this chama is about them. They will come and exalt themselves. They will come and tell you about their achievements. It's always about them, what they have acquired, how they are, how they feel. It is them. They are very selfish. Now, I want us to go slowly so that you now start seeing these characters in your midst, understanding that they have a narcissistic personality disorder, that they are with us, that we live with them. They have an inflated sense of self-importance. You know, it is them. Anything you do to them is not important. Actually, they want even to trash you before people. Anything you say, they shut it down. Like, what a lady is trying to explain something, and somebody is just saying it doesn't matter. Their point is the one that must be heard. In a discussion, they must get entitlement. They must be heard over others. They have no empathy or regard of others' opinions. They are very selfish. Whatever you say does not count. It has to go their way or the highway. They are very egoistic, such that they will not want to listen to anyone, or they will not want anything you say to pass. That means you will end up now feeling like you had gone to their meeting to be told, not to give your opinion. And you end up going home feeling very angry. They keep tearing your heart. And every time you're in that meeting or in that chama, you will always be feeling like you're fearful. Like you don't want to attend that, because you will end up feeling fearful. And I want to say this so that you discover that you do not have to be in such groups. You can quit. You don't have to be going to those chamas where you come home feeling sick. Your heart is torn, you'll be belittled, and you feel like a nobody, because they thrive on that. They are happy when you go home angry. They are happy when you're getting torn. Ukiaibishwa, hiyo ndio raha yao. And that's why today I want us to discuss narcissism and look at what the word of God says, so that by the time we leave this video, we know whether it is also demonic. Because we say it, life is spiritual. Life is very spiritual. So what is this? Even the Bible was talking about people like Herod. People like Herod. Herod will not want to hear that a child has been born and this child is going to be king one day. He's fuming fire, and he makes sure he has sent people to kill children so that this boy dies. They are like that. Unfortunately, most of our leaders, the people we vote in to become our presidents, to become our leaders, most of them have this narcissistic personality disorder. This is something that people must know so that they know what they are doing. A narcissistic person wants to rule over you. They want to throw you down. They are the ones talking. They are the ones saying you have no space. And they are happy when you feel belittled, when you're made to feel like a nobody, when they crush you and make sure you walk like a skeleton or a walking shell. That is who a narcissist is. Narcissism is extreme self-involvement to the degree that it makes a person ignore the needs of those around them. I have listened to stories. I have met women. I have met men who don't even understand what kind of wives they have in the house. They have been made to become shells. Mtu amekudharau kwa nyumba to an extent that he can face you and tell you are nothing. You are the ugliest person I have met. They tell you the ugliest things on earth. Yet, in a moment, they may turn around and start bombing you so that you get there are hours of confusion. And that's why I think many people who live with narcissists keep going and coming back to the relationship. Because you're confused. You don't understand that he's doing this today, tomorrow he's doing that. Yesterday I was talking to a lady who told me this man has wanted to kill her many, many times. And he has wanted to kill her many, many times because of jealousy. The lady is able to buy herself a car. The lady is able she's working. So she's able to do so many things in the home. She's footing bills. She's doing so many things. But the guy is so jealous. He's so jealous. He wants to finish this lady. So he's even making her pay for mortgages and for loans. Amekopa za watu wengine. And he's doing it violently. And this lady, amekaa akifukuzwa nyumbani. He will keep now becoming violent to a point that anakuamsha usiku. Na watoto wako anakufukuza kwa barabara usiku. Unaenda unakaa kwenu miezi 2, anaanza kukusweet talk ukiwa huko. One day, he even woke up to ask her, I want to take dowry to your parents. These are the kind of men who will go pamper your people. so that wow, they look very good. So when you tell them that he's been violent or he wants to kill you, they can't even believe he's the same person. Today he's this way, tomorrow he's this way. Like he's so good out there. To everyone, he is so good. But when he comes and turns, by the way, it is called masking. And this masking, they live as somebody else. You may look at him, especially when they are violent, and he looks like an animal, like a snake wanting to bite, like a lion ready to roar. The crows are out and they look like they are murderers. But once they go out to the people, they are angels. They are saints. You want to explain to people what you've been going through, people don't believe it. People don't believe you're talking about the same person they were dealing with. These are the people, when wanaenda kwa wazazi wako kupamper your parents, they shop for them. They sweet talk them. So when you go telling your parent that he has been beating you or he has been violent, nobody can buy that. Narcissists want to badmouth other people. To them, nobody matters. Nobody is good in their world. It is only them. They want to be seen as the only good people existing. They talk of elders, they'll talk bad, they'll badmouth them, they'll badmouth your people, they'll badmouth your aunties, they'll badmouth your father, they'll badmouth you. It is only them who are good in their world. They are so toxic. They give you no peace. If you live with a narcissist, people who have lived with narcissists are telling me they have never known peace. To an extent that so many people kill themselves because of this confusion. And that is why watu waliniambia kwa ile video ingine nimechemka. Because I'm wondering, wewe unaenda kukunywa dawa, unajiua juu ya nini? Because you have failed to understand the kind of a person you live with. You have failed to listen to my videos and get to know that, to learn that you live with a narcissist. Unajiblame wewe mwenyewe mpaka unaenda kuchukua dawa ujiue. Unaacha watoto wako na nani? And you know, narcissists feed on that. They feed on you feeling bad. When they make you feel bad, when they make you cry, when they make you emotionally manipulated, when they leave you feeling drained, they are very happy because they use their ego, they use their energy to suck your energy. They feed on you. That time they are making you feel bad is when they are very happy. They are winning. When you make them win by always feeling intimidated by them, because they will betray you, they will demean you, they will make you feel like you feel they will make you see yourself as the ugliest person or the most worthless. Even if you're education, they will make you even if you're educated, they'll make you look like you never went to school. They'll make you want to see yourself as a person who is just a nobody. Anything you do is not good enough for them. Sijui kama umeenda kwa mkutano and you say something and somebody just makes you doubt yourself. It is called gaslighting. Like, are you sure of what you're saying? They make you feel like you're mad. You feel very intimidated na unakuwa na uoga sana mbele zao. People who have lived with narcissistic wives or narcissistic husbands, they always dread when they come in. They always dread this person now. Atakuja aje. These women will tell you they never sleep. Or these men, they'll tell you they never sleep. Because they don't know when he comes or when she comes, she will want to shame me before people. Sijui kama umeenda place, na bwana anaongea, but wife shame before people. Anashout kikitu, anamubelittle. Inakuwa ni madharau nyingi sana. Anakuanga yani ni kama amekukosa, hakuoni wewe kama ni mtu. She has no regard of you and you are the man of that house. Paka mwanaume ananyamaza. And this is when we start saying, mwanaume ameraliwa. Sijui kama mmeona vitu kama hizo. She has no regard for this person. Hata akienda kwa watu wengine, anaongea tu ubaya wa huyu mtu. Yeye ni mzuri. Yeye is the angel. But akienda kwa watu, always ana discuss ubaya wa huyu mtu. Anataka aonekane mbaya, anakuharibia jina. Yani, they're very toxic. And men who live with this kind of women, they get depressed very easily because most men don't talk. And in our society, men are seen to be the heads, so they don't want to express themselves like kusema the way the wife amewalalia. So they suffer more. At least women come out here and they say, nimelala usiku nje, nimefukuzwa nje, he was beating us, ametudharau, ametufanya hivi. At least women talk. And this is why we are encouraging men. And we are encouraging men to learn these things. I thank God for a man who wrote to me the other day and said, Esther, I am learning a lot from your videos. I didn't know this. Because I'm encouraging them now to discover what kind of people, what they are themselves. And that's why we started by discussing our temperaments. Then the kind of people you're living with, you must understand who this person is. And then when you know that you're living with a narcissist, how you should come out. Because I want to teach you how to stop them from draining you psychologically, from finishing you, because a narcissist will make sure they take you to your grave. Narcissists, it looks like they have a psychological problem that they have not dealt with, maybe from their birth or their childhood. There's a fear. They are very weak and they are very fearful. So they tend to hide that by masking and looking like now, because they are throwing you down or making you useless, like they are thriving. That is how they survive. They hide their problems, their weaknesses, their fears, their insecurities by wanting to kukomesha wewe so that now they can thrive. So they must be having a disorder from their childhood. Because definitely there's something they fight. They are not themselves. And that's why I keep telling people, stop judging people when they make their decisions. When a wife decides that this man must leave, or when a wife decides that I can't live with this man, I have to walk out. Or when a man himself decides, I can't live with this woman, this thing is over, I want to file a divorce. Then this society here will judge. And people are dying because of society. You're worried of what people will say. You're worried about what your people will say. You're worried about what this society, you kwanza should come last. You should have no regard for what the society will say. We don't live for them. We are the drivers of our lives. You don't live for society. The society doesn't know what happens to your house at 3 a.m. when this guy comes in. He wants to beat you. He wants you to start kissing at night. He wants to belittle you and he wants to bully you. The society, by the way, so many people have lived now hiding these things. They live in fear. They only come out to mask outside. During the day, women are smiling, but usiku walikuwa wanalia. Narcissists bully. They intimidate. They frequently demean and belittle every little thing you say or you do. And if you have any achievement, say, I'm a woman, I'm educated, so I'm working, I'm able to pay bills, I'm able to even buy properties, I'm able to invest, that eats them up. So they want to crash and finish what you have done. They're so demonic, and that's why I want us to look at these things and compare them with what the Word of God says. So that at the end of this video, we may now decide whether to call them demonic, or to see it as they want to be called as they wanted to be said that it is a disorder. Is it a disorder or is it demonic? What is this masking? What is this they hide? Because people who live with narcissists can tell you today that they have seen two people in their lives. Sometimes he's a devil. Other times he's human. And if you are married to a normal person, thank God. If you have married a normal person, thank God. I keep telling women, if your husband is respecting you, respect back. If your wife is respecting you, respect back. That marriage should work. But stop now condemning people who make decisions because they have lived with animals and you do not know. And that is why I'm majoring on this topic many, many times. Now, for the 4 videos I've discussed abuse, I've discussed our temperaments, I've discussed narcissism twice. And this one I'm doing today is out of public demand. People want to know exactly who is a narcissist. How did I live with a narcissist for 30 years and I didn't know? Because he's been masking all this time. And sometimes he comes out and you see he's an animal, but he also does something we call love bombing. So he may come and surprise you with a birthday car. He buys you a car or a house to love bomb you. And he's the same person who was beating you yesterday. Na anakuvunja mikono, unalala hospitali. I have seen women wenye wamekuwa fractured na hawa men. Mwenye amekufanya ufeel like a nobody. Amekataa kusomesha watoto, amekataa kuwalisha, amekufungia kwa nyumba like you should. By the way, most of these men tell you not to go out. You cannot mingle. Wewe unakuanga even in the groups you are in. Hawezi taka namba yako ipeanwe. Because anaona kama utachanuliwa na wale wa mama wengine. They are so self-centered and they're so protective and so obsessed with you. Like they will call you during the day and ask you, ni nani mko na yeye? Ni nani huyo mko na yeye? Ni nani alikuwa amepiga simu yako? Ni nani mlikuwa mnao? Yani they're so insecure. You know you confuse that for love. You think he's so caring. He wants to know where you are. But actually, he's stressing you. Because he wants to suffocate you. And this is very dangerous. I said they are very egoistic and they can love bomb you until you get confused. So tell me, who is the author of confusion? The author of confusion is the devil himself. They're very controlling. They manipulate your mind. They manipulate you. You don't think for yourself, you think for them. They badmouth everyone and they make you feel like a nobody. So you should protect yourself at all costs. Don't give them the energy. Any reaction to them is a win, I said. Like if I say something and he comments in a negative way, something that will literally make me aggressive and they want me to react, and I react in anger, they are very happy. You're giving them a platform because that is what they thrive on. Like you're giving them that ego of seeing, kumbe nimekaweza, nimemweza. That is what they thrive in. They become so jealous of even of the kids. Sijui kama as a mother you have seen umepata mtoto and then he's angry over the attention you're giving the baby. Like he's in a competition with that baby. Because in their lives, it has to be them. They suffocate you with only wanting you to think about them. You cannot even think about yourself or your own welfare. They want you to think about them. So that even when you get a baby and you paying attention to your kid, unanyonyesha mtoto, you paying all your attention to your kid, they will even compete with this kid. They will even hate the baby. Sijui whether you have seen these things. They make you feel guilty of their own messes. Sijui kama ushaona mtu hata amefanya kitu, but he's blaming you for it. He makes you, lakini unajua ni juu yako. They make you and this is one thing that makes people, this society believe ati umemwacha juu hayuko job anymore. Ati bona akiwa kazi mlikuwa mnaishi. Bona sasa anakunywa juu yako. Because he makes people believe every failure of his is because of you. And this is why I want you to listen carefully and listen to what narcissists are able to do. When you finally give them attention, they set you up with their emotional manipulation. They're like big babies. They harass you even to your place of work until you even lose your job. They're very obsessive and very insecure. These are people who will come to your place of work. They will face your boss. Ulikuwa unamwambia nini? Mlikuwa mnafanya nini na boss wako? Paka the people around, they're very toxic. You can easily lose your job. And I think when I'm talking like this, you are putting a tick or a right, because this video I'm doing out of the research I have done this week. Actually, I'm forming a group of all ladies and all men who have lived with narcissists. We want to start a forum. We want to discuss. We want to heal our hearts. I want to help them heal. Because when they understand what was happening, yani, Nimekusaidia kujenga nyumba 2-3 flats. Because I'm working, I'm only giving an example. This lady has been giving half or more than half her salary to put up those houses. And once they get tenants, ananifukuza. Hataki kuniona. Anachukua mortgage, anaenda anachukua gari, na gari anaiuza. Then anakuja na demand yangu yenye na drive, anachukua by force. Then he makes me start paying for the loan ya zile manyumba. Zikiisha na zipate tenants, anakufukuza. You're nobody. You even discover he has another mistress somewhere. Unaona vile mtu anakutumia vibaya miaka yako yote. You waste your 30 years. Hakuna kitu anakusaidia, ni kukunyonya, anakunyonya akili na damu yako. That is who I'm calling a narcissist. Akiingia kwa nyumba, kitu kidogo tu ukimwambia ni vita. Ama maneno na matusi yenye haieleweki. Anakumake a nobody. Ukitokea mbele ya watu, haikaangi kama wewe unafanya kazi. You look like a nobody. And they're very happy when you look like that. You become a nobody. They look for you even when you part to have dominion over you. If you don't disconnect with them, they keep enticing you to come back so that they can drain you emotionally. Umerudi kwenu, umeishi maisha yako, but because you did not disconnect them, atakaa akikujaribu kukuentice. And because you have been manipulated and you're confused, because sometimes anakupampa na love, anakupampa na gifts, you give them that one call. That is what they want. And then they will sweet talk you and make you feel like wewe ndio uliwakosea, or like they are suffering. By the way, they don't survive when you go because you are their food. So once you stop talking to them or you run away from them, they become very lonely and they still want to come looking for you in a manipulative way, kukundanganyilia kama kuku, vile tunaarushia kuku mahindi ndio ikuje tuishike. That is what they do. So you keep asking someone, na ulirudi kwa maisha yao ya nini? Oro huyu bibi ulimrudisha kwa life yako ya nini na anakuua? Because these people end up dying if they are not careful. Wewe hauja invest na maisha yako, you are a woman, you pampering him with all this money, and then the end of the day anaoa bibi mwingine. Wewe unaenda nje, manyumba umemwachia, magari umemwachia, you have the children, you have no future, na umedhiniwa. So especially if you have this kind of a person in your life, jipangage on the side. Have your investment. Have something you can call your own. Because at the end of the day, atakufukuza, ataoa, na wewe utakuwa kwa baridi, ukisikia uchungu, sababu pesa yako yote ilienda kwa hawa watu. Ndio ufurahishe society, na ufurahishe watu wenu, because amewapampa, na amewandanganyilia, amemask kuoneshana yeye ndiye mzuri. Take your power back, my friend. Choose your life over theirs. Take your power back. They never regret or feel remorse for you. So you have to put them in their place, the place they belong to. And I'll show you how to put them in their place. Because this whole time where unasikia uchungu, ama wakati unadiscuss, unajua ulinigonga kichwa, unajua ulinigonga mpaka nikalala hosi. Yeah, hayuko huko. It is nothing they did. In fact, they'll tell you, I'll do it again. I'll kill you. They keep telling you, I'll kill you, Maraya. They have very abusive and very vulgar language. Those are narcissists. But once they go to church, once they sit in front of there, once they sing in that choir, once they go to those committees, they go to those meetings, they are the best people. Nobody will believe what they do to you. You are their food. They prey on you. Please do this. Take away the surplus that you have been giving them. Take away the oxygen that you have been giving them. Zima hiyo tap kwenye ulikuwa unawapea maji. Because wewe ndiye maji yao. Zima kabisa. Disconnect and block them. Live their lives completely. You're the one who has been feeding them with oxygen. They thrive on you. Imagine, unamnunulia gari, unamwachia gari, na bado anaenda na gonganisha ana manauza ana manapatia mistress, anakuja kudemand kudai yako. You see, wewe ndio umempea platform. And this is why I'm saying lazima uzime hizo taps. Decide whether you want to live, and live. When you live, you live. Don't go now akikupigia tena unachukua. Na ni mtu atataka kukuua, na akitaka kukuua atakuua. Now we have had these things and we have seen them. In fact, now they are everywhere. Because people live in narcissists who want to kill you and they don't care. They have a pattern of self-centered arrogance and they think and behave like they are the only ones who deserve. And then they blame you. They blame you for everything. They blame you for anything you do. These are the people we are calling narcissists. So if you look at it and we look at what they do, and I know by now you can already see who these people are in your midst. And I think they also have levels. There are people who are at their extreme. There are those who are quite bad. Anakuja usiku, amechelewa anakuja saa 9 and he's a husband. Unamfungulia gate uko na night dress, anakurusha nje ya gate. Kwa ma watchmen, anaingia na anakufungia nje. Out of nothing, you have done nothing. So remove yourself from the influence. It's not your responsibility to change someone's character, but allow God to change you for your own good. Escape their trap. Arm yourself in knowledge and stand strong in your faith. And this is what I'm helping you to do. To stand strong in your faith. Kujijua. Mimi mwenyewe nisha have kutoka kwa chama. Na si moja. When I notice there is a narcissist, and in many cases there will be one or two. People who constantly compete with you. Anything you do, they want to compete with you. They want to trash you down. They want to look like hii kazi tumekuja ni yao. You know, now nilikuwa Dubai, nilikuwa wapi, nilijenga nini. They want to be heard what their achievement. It's like what you have done is not good enough. They will comment, siku hizi, umekataa kuzeeka. Umekataa, siku hizi you know, anything you do inawauma. And they comment life before people. Unajua nyinyi mlikuwa watoto wa maceleb. Unajua nyinyi mlikuwa watoto wa matajiri. Hatunge expect mtaishi hivi. Si wewe tu, you know, they even visit your past to make you feel crushed. They always think they have made it in life. And mimi, when I spot them, because I know myself, na hiyo ndio nataka wewe ujijue, and I can already see who a narcissist is, I can already identify who an abuser is, mimi sikuangi hapo tena. I leave, and I have no apologies. I quit, I disconnect, I block, and ukikuja na hiyo jia, mimi nakuoneanga 18. I don't give you surplus. I zima your energies. You will not feed on me. So remove yourself. Arm yourself with the truth and knowledge. When you discover who people are, be happy. Give yourself peace. It is peace you need. Not this. Wajua watu wengi wanaishi na husbands narcissists, na relationships are narcissists, na wives narcissists. Ndio usisemekane ulifukuza wife. Yet amekumaliza, amakuua. By the way, I'm saying I sympathize with the men who live with narcissist wives. Because in their case, it is even worse. Because society, sasa huyu bwana anakaanga tu kama baridi. Alizimwa, amezimwa, amekaliwa chapati. Na hawezi kuja huku nje aonge. Well, at least we ladies talk. So at least we know huyu mtu ndiye alikuwa anamkosea. But anyway, God is good because time tells who these people are. And people will come to you and tell you, hey, now we understand what you are talking about. The other time when nilikuwa nimechemka, I told the ladies, you cannot wake up kukoroga. Ati unakoroga dawa ya panya ukunywe. Why are you poisoning yourself? You know they make you hate yourself. They make you feel worthless. They make you feel like you want to exit this world. So nikauliza wa mama, why are you committing suicide? Unaacha watoto wako na nani? Because of this somebody. And you know you're making him happy. Akikuja kwa hiyo kaburi unazikwa tu hapo. That is why, by the way, where they conclude their rituals. Because they're very demonic. Like we are going to see. Because anybody inflicting fear, when the Bible says you should not fear. Anybody who makes you doubt yourself, anybody who makes you feel worthless before God, and God says He created us in their own image, in His own image, that is a demonic person. Anybody who will not come out to be who they are, they mask, that is demonic. And I'll call it for what it is. Don't kill yourself. Live, breathe. Hama, uanze maisha upya. Wacha kukaa na mtu anakunyalira kabisa. Think about your children. Think about your children's future. When you start now jumping all over, watoto wanakosa education. Decide, I want to move out of this house. Na watu wengi, I'm going to warn you, you live with this kind of people saying, unajua sasa mimi siko job. I live with him because of the children. Now, what kind of children are you bringing up in such an environment? They're already traumatized. These children don't sleep. I remember one lady who told me mtoto wake alienda shule. And the child was becoming the last. Yet he's a bright kid. So one day, this kid is asking for a teacher's phone to call his mother. And he said, I just want to hear her say hello. Akisema hello, teacher, nitakurudishia. Because I fear, nitapata mama yangu ameuliwa. The child lives in fear. And wewe unasema umeka hapo juu ya watoto. Ni watoto gani? You bringing up children who are already psychologically manipulated, who are already so stressed. Unaua watoto in that kind of a relationship. Move out. Go begin afresh. If he wants to pay school fees, he will pay because he's their father. But don't disconnect the children from their father. Let them be seeing their father. If he wants to call them, let him call. If he wants to stay with them, let them, if he's not manipulating them. Be careful because that is their father. Respect that man when you're discussing him before the children because that is their father. But know how to handle this situation. If he's violent to the children too, go with the children. But let him help the children if he can. Most narcissists will. They do. Because they want to look good to the society. So he wants to educate his children. Let him. If he wants to feed them, it's okay. If he doesn't want to do anything, even single mothers have lived. Live your life. Start afresh. Stop killing your children in a narcissistic environment. These people are experts in silence control. And I said this last time. Akidecide kukunyamazia, atakunyamazia for 2 weeks. You don't know what he thinks. Anakuja tu kureact. Akipata vitu kwa meza na vuruda zote. He's angry. He's running in the house. He's hallucinating. He's a demonic person. They ignore you to take your power, to make you crash from the inside for them and want more of them. Don't buy this. Walk away. Don't buy anything. Any tactic of the devil. Don't buy it. Just walk away. They love pulling you down to their level, to devalue you and take control. That one we discussed. They disconnect you from everyone else and they discuss as you help. They treat your people so good. No one will believe they are slowly destroying you. You know, these people, they want to have all the power, all the authority, all the control. They behave like the dominantly and aggressively. They are the ones who exist over you. They exert authority over other people. They are unsure and insecure from the inside. I said, there's something they fight from the inside that they don't want to. They're in denial all their lives. So they don't counter what bothers them. They want to show it by kukufinyiria wewe, crashing on you. They are winning. They think they are fighting that, what they fight, whatever they fight. And that's why I tell people, if you don't understand what people are going through, stop commenting. Because, like, I have seen churches and people in church, the holier than thou saints, judging people who would make decisions, especially when you make a decision to leave. Now the church will judge you and start saying, wewe hata hufai kukuja Holy Communion, wewe hufai kukuja church because uliacha bwanako. They don't know what kind of a man you are living. And I tell people, stop judging. Because mtu akiuliwa, hiyo kanisa tu ndio itakuja kuzika. Wanakujanga tu kubehave hapo ndio wanakuzika. Akisema haku anaongea, haku anasema. Yet, when you make a decision like that, they judge you harshly. Me, I will never understand, especially if the church itself has failed to understand these things. How comes the world inaelewa? Inasema maji ikichemshwa, chura ruka. But the church wants you to sit on fire and burn and block your ears and block your eyes and assume nothing is happening. Pretend in church you're okay as a couple. Alafu mtu akiuawa mnakuja kumzika. How ironical can that be? What hypocrisy is this? Which heaven are we going? When we have denied to learn and to see things as they are and call. Why are you denying people Holy Communion because they decided to leave their husbands? So wakiuawa ndio raha yenu. Hapa ndio inafikanga mimi nachemka. Ni kushindwa. Nani alipatia mtu kiti ya Bwana Yesu? You become the Lord. Uko na your rod, una judge watu. Who are you? And men, if you're in that kind of a church, leave. That is a church that is draining you also. It's narcissistic. Hakuna kanisa inakupatia unga ya watoto wako ama maziwa. Ati ukitoka huko watoto wako watakufa njaa. In fact, wewe ndio unapelekea kanisa. If they are judging you for making decisions over your life, leave and put a block and a wedge and a wall and block all those people. Because those are friends of convenience. They don't care what you're going through out here. Yes, let's call things for what they are. Because it is what it is. We said narcissists play victim to earn sympathy. They keep blaming their victims. Even when they are talking to people, they will keep blaming you. And that's why very many in-laws will hate you. Because yeye anaenda kujipendekeza kwa wazazi, ndio aonekane yeye ndiye mzuri. They may even hurt themselves to attract attention. They never allow anyone to push you beyond your limits. I said that and I'll say it again. Never allow anyone, including a church leader, to push you to your limits. Hata balloon ikiwekwa punzi sana, ikifika mwisho ina burst. These people cause a lot of chaos and a lot of drama, and that is how they thrive. They thrive in drama, in pain, in chaos, in provocation, in order to damage you emotionally. They are vampires and demonic. They feed on your negative energy. So negative energy ni kama hiyo unakasirika, unasikia unalia mbele ya watu. So if you can, by the way, avoid showing them that kuna kitu inakuguza, become a hardcore, become a hard stone. Usimuonyeshe umesikia uchungu hata akikwambia nini. By the way, they like calling you malaya sana. Umelala na mtu wa kazi, show them ito, nilifanya hivyo. That is how you stop them. Confirm that's what you're saying because anataka usikie uchungu. He's happy when you're hurting. Unasikia? Don't give them a platform or space. Say no, block, disconnect, and go silent. When you go. They have something, a tactic that we call baiting. Baiting ni kama hiyo nimekwambia, they deliberately annoy. They keep trapping you to intentionally make a person angry, provoking you to anger, to get an emotional response. Iyo uchokozi, they thrive on it. They also do something else called gaslighting. Gaslighting is the manipulation or the intention of someone wanting you to doubt or question the reality in you. Kama ni kitu nilikuwa na point nimesema kwa mkutano, then he will gaslight you so that now you even doubting yourself. You start looking like a fool. They make you look like a fool. It's called gaslighting. Then they do something called hovering. Hovering ni hiyo, hakai mbali sana na wewe. Hata ukimuondokea anatafuta wewe kwenye huko. Anakutafuta. Anapeleka simu yake kwa Safaricom so that you can be tracked. Ndio akuswitch talk urudi. Ana hover around. That is something they do. They are called narcissists. And I know, and I've heard, and I've done my research. And all these things, I have heard them. So many people have confirmed this is what these people have been doing to them. And we have said they do love bombing. Atakukasirisha, alafu siku moja anakukujia na shopping, birthday anakununulia gari, manguo, anakupeleka out, Then all of a sudden, he turns and becomes a snake. Anakutesa. Wanapenda sana kutesa na kumanipulate. Like they want to control you emotionally. That is what we are calling manipulation. So why are we saying this is demonic? I looked at a few verses in the Bible to just see these people, to just compare and align ourselves with the word of God. And I just said Herod was like this. So we know even in the Bible there were narcissists in the Bible, and maybe there are many more. They are often led by dark forces, false promises of power, confidence, and control. They are given false hopes. They continually mask and deny. Somebody will not come out to be who they are. Those are very demonic people. They poison relationships and cause chaos. They negatively shatter their minds and impact everyone else around them. You know, people recruit people to hate you. They hate you, they recruit others to see you negatively. Those are narcissists. They act like devil's instruments to hinder you from the will of God and constantly blame you for someone else's behavior. Even when your child may fail, they'll constantly blame you for it. And you constantly feel like ni kweli umekosa. Don't take it. That is a trap of the devil. They have a spirit of envy and negative emotions. This one leaves you bitter and resentful, feeling over another's achievements. And you know, the Bible says, thou shalt not covet. I don't know why they feel jealousy over what your achievements or anything. So they want you to feel like how far kukua na hiyo achievement. They are very envious of any progress. People who hate progress. Why would you say they are godly? You see, this is why I'm saying these people are very demonic. And you must open your inner eyes, your spiritual eyes, to see them when the mask is down. When the mask is down. Especially when they are fighting you or insulting you. Look at them closely. You will see that these people are not human beings. They are demonic. They have the spirit of control. The spirit of Jezebel in the Bible. You remember Jezebel? If you can read the story and understand what Jezebel was doing, that is the spirit. They suffocate you. They suffocate your energy. They suffocate you every aspect of your life. They dominate and manipulate you for their personal gain. Then use your vulnerability and emotions as a weapon to gain your control. Unawaona, unatetemeka. Akiingia kwa mkutano, unamuona, unatetemeka. If it's a teacher now teaching your child, and this teacher is like this. I used to have a teacher like this. Alikuwa anaingia class na ni mathematics anatufundisha. Mimi naanza kusikia kizunguzungu. Amekuweka uoga. And it's also good that we understand even the people we take our children to. It could be a narcissist. And maybe that child is telling you, sitaki hii shule. Na wewe husikizi mtoto. By the way, you should learn to listen to our children when they tell us things. I went through such a whole year. And I remember in my class, I repeated class 6. Because my teacher was very toxic. They have a very high sense of pride. Unajua nilinunua nyumba Muthaiga. Unajua niko na Lexus. Unajua sasa hata naenda Dubai next week. Because watoto wangu wanasoma international school. It is about them. They want to just exalt themselves. They have a sense of superiority. Their sense of superiority is overwhelming. Always boasting of their achievements, exalting themselves, making the entitlement leave you feeling timid and belittled. They have no sense of humility. That's why I said it is demonic. The spirit of deception is in them. The words they say do not match with their actions. They conceal the truth by boasting their ego with constant lies, superstition, and disrespect, prophecy, slander, deceit, and confusion. Wherever they go, they are constant liars. They lie day in, day out. They belittle you, they badmouth you, they trash you down, they leave you hopeless. They cause the spirit of confusion. They are very sneaky and dangerous. They use these tools to confuse your mind, leaving you vulnerable, often leaving one to question their sanity. They make us overwhelmed and helpless, doubting our faith and the power to differentiate right or wrong. They sow seeds of doubt. They thrive in this environment. Another demonic character. Condemnation. They keep shifting blame. Their spirit levels vicious accusations, leaving you feeling condemned and hopeless. They criticize every action, leaving you feeling ashamed and worthless. Another character of the devil. They have the spirit of witchcraft, voodoo, and black magic, rebellion, skilled manipulators, and they play a role in witchcraft, the Jezebel spirit, for her involvement in idolatry. That is the spirit they carry. So when I say, let us look at this thing spiritually, it could be that it's not just a disorder. They are demonic. The spirit of fear is what they cause. And I've just said, if the Bible has told us many, many times not to thrive in fear, why do they cause this spirit? Because mtu anaishi na hawa watu halali. Akifika saa 9 ya usiku, kila mtu kwa the neighborhood must know amekuja. Umelala peacefully, anakuja kukufungua blanketi. Anaanza kesi usiku. Anaanza kuharas watoto. Anaanza kuwafukuza usiku. He's a drama queen. They wear a mask to hide their inner turmoil. They are very immature, looking for energy and sympathy from others. They are paralyzed by their own guilt. They are very toxic. I think now, by the time we have come this far, you can now tell who a narcissist is. You have started seeing teachers. It's a husband. It's a wife. It is your child. It is your sister-in-law. It is your mother-in-law. It is your mother. Anybody can be narcissistic. Do you really need this kind of people to manipulate you? Do you want to present yourself to them to manipulate you? Kwani hii chama ni nini mmeinvest sana yenye huwezi hata ama upewe share zako utoke? Me, I'm Esther the Sanguine. I tell you, give me my shares. Nijipange. God will give me new friends. The people I can align with. Lakini sifai kuja kwa kanisa ambayo nikiingia nina raha, nikitoka najisikia uchungu. Because the narcissist who was preaching me. Because the teacher who is teaching me, ni mimi anamaliza. I don't need to be there. You don't need to feed on me. I cannot give you energy, unikule, usurvive na mimi. I am me, and me is my business. Sorry. Me is my business. To take care of my mind, to take care of my emotions, to take care of my spiritual being. I am me, and me is my business. I want you there to start looking around and identify narcissists in your midst. When you identify them, do the necessary. Don't go to the grave because you cannot rescue yourself. You're trapped. They make you think you cannot go anywhere without them. In fact, they tell you, atarudi tu. Huku hawezi kaa bila mimi. Atarudi tu. And then ukienda, they feel very lonely. Sababu hana mtu wa kunyamazisha. Hana mtu wa kukomesha. My dear ones, see you in the next video.